Has Russell Martin backtracked from his comments from an absolute meltdown at the weekend? It's time for me to decide here on Fog Football. So obviously the presser for the Victoria Pleasant game was yesterday. Later on tonight is the game. Buzzing for it. I tell you what, man. Spinning out of control here like a helicopter. There's just so much going on. I mean, literally Saturday night into Sunday, even yesterday, and now you're back into another game. As bad as it can be great as well at sometimes, man. What would you do without what would you do with it, man? What would you do with it, the football, folks? What would you actually do? I mean, it's ingrained into us. It's crazy. See, as bad as it is, see, as down as I was on Saturday evening, man, going ballistic. What would you do, man? Anyway, yeah, enough about me showing some love, because Russell Martin's claiming that his interview after the Motherwell game came from a place of love. Right, I'll read his comments out, then I'll actually dive into what he said, because, I'm not going to lie, I think it's a bit ridiculous. Right, so, this is what he turned round and said. He was asked, essentially, if any individual had responded negatively to his comments. He said, and I quote, "If the players know the coaching staff by now, they'll know it all came from a place of love and care for them. Ultimately, we are here for the players. We're here to win football matches, but as coaches day to day, we're here to help players. That's our job, to develop them, improve them, and to help them enjoy playing for a club like this, because I don't think there's too many of them would have enjoyed it enough here playing for this amazing club. It's not easy, but I didn't come up with that stuff to be ruthless or anything like that. It came from a place of love because I want them to be better. It's not an attack on anyone. It's about us as a club being stronger and understanding what we need to win here. When it comes from that place, they understand, and we always have honest conversations about why. I believe the players are really, really trying, and they're good human beings, but the default to try and protect yourself when it gets tough, we need to shift that a little bit. If it had a detrimental effect on certain individuals, they're probably not the ones we want to come on the journey with us. If it hurts you to the point where you feel like you've been singled out, that's probably an issue of you not being all in at this club or with us. I don't worry about it being detrimental on the team. I've questioned teams in the past about attitude, and the response has been fantastic. I guess this is where you learn a lot about people, but I'm really comfortable saying it where it comes from. It's not a concerted effort to out anyone or beat anyone. We're here and we're going to be honest with everyone that has served us well so far. I'm pretty sure we'll serve us well again and we'll be really successful. We just have to get through some teething problems." End of quote. So Russell Martin adamant that it came from love, right? And that it's not really a case of singling someone out, and if it came across that way, then those players that feel that way probably need to move on. I mean, you could say it's him doubling down, but at the same time, man, it's like if you're going to come out after the Motherwell game and basically blast like a lot of players, right? So obviously the players he's blasting aren't new recruits, right? He's not blasting any of the new players, right? Because obviously what he turned around and said was, I've watched a lot of games. I've watched a lot of games from last season, and I'm seeing these same things. These players, they go into self-preservation mode. They don't run about. They just play for themselves. Dessers is different. He came on. He ran about, right? So it's all right to individualise players in a positive light, but once they're doing bad, then that's when you can't do it. To me, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why is he heaping so much praise on Dessers? For me, I mean, I don't see Dessers running about like this absolute champion, man. Anytime Dessers is on the pitch, yes, he will run around, but see, as soon as a pass is played to someone else, or it's a bit short, or it doesn't go to him, and it's not the one he wanted, he will throw the toys at the pram to a degree. We've all seen it, right? To me, there is players, like Nico Raskin is a guy that just runs around. See Finlay Curtis, from what we've seen this season and periods last season, he's a guy that just runs around, right? To me, Cyril Dessers ain't that, but Martin thinks he is, so he singled him out and praised him for that, right? But it's like, we always see this in football, where we're always so keen to praise individuals when they're doing something good, but we're never keen to bury individuals when they're doing something bad. Like, Martin hasn't really backtracked here, but he's not elaborated on what he actually really meant against Motherwell in terms of the actual individuals he's talking about. Like he's clearly got he's got an idea of who he's talking about. He knows who he's talking about, but then he whips out the whole line about, oh well, maybe those individuals that think that way won't be with us on the journey. See, instead of saying that, why don't you tell us who they are? Yo, we see every human's different, right? There's people out there when they hear something, they actually indirectly think that person is talking about them, and there's loads of cases where it's not true. Look, Finlay Curtis is a young lad, right? He's 18. He might think those comments are about him for some reason. I'm not saying that's 100% factual. That's just me, throwing a hypothetical out there. There's some players who actually put the effort in and can be a part of a Rangers team, but might think those comments are about them. And then Martin said something along the lines of, if you think that way, then maybe you actually kind of need to go, kind of thing. And it's like, I don't think that's the right way to deal with it. I actually think the right way to deal with it is hitting the nail on the head and actually naming players. See if Russell Martin came in this presser and said, here, I didn't name anybody after the game on Saturday, but here, I'll name them. Cortez, Barami, those guys, and a few more, and then you could, etc., 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 name them. I watched a few games last season. Their work rate was pathetic. And now this season, could it just be a problem as the players he's on about include the captain? And once you throw the captain under the bus, you've got a serious problem on your hands. I think that could be it. I honestly think that could be it. I just don't understand what he's went for there. Because people think differently. I think it's actually an insane thing to say. We'll just go over it. If it hurts you to the point where you feel like you've been singled out, that's probably an issue of you not being all in at this club with us. No, that doesn't. No, I don't like that. You know what I mean? I don't like that. Because there will be players, man, that hear what he said and are actually good and might think that he's actually talking about them. That's not even a football thing, man. That's just like a real life thing. Now, some people are, mentally strong. I'm mentally strong, but in this new generation, a lot of people aren't, right? And situations do arise where, they overthink things. And if say there's a couple of overthinkers in this team, right? Maybe I'm overthinking it, but say that they can think he's talking about them. That's why I think it's better to actually say, these three guys, then mention them by name, haven't been cutting it last season and this season, and it's time to buck up their ideas or I'll be putting them at the door. I'd respect that. But see this vague answer that Martins gave here, I actually think that's the worst way to do it, man. I do. I mean, how many of us Rangers fans have said that Cyril Dessers is a part of the problem at this club and that we'll never win anything with him up front? Should Cyril Dessers be the first guy to remove from this club? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. I mean, how many times over the summer did I say if we're selling any strikers, it should be Danilo? But for whatever reason, Danilo started every game. But yeah, that's where we'll leave it. What do you guys think of Russell Martin's comments? I mean, I think he's kind of doubled down, but at the same time, kind of just spewed a bit of shite at the same time, man. I don't know. I would have liked a bit more clarity on this and him to actually, properly go through what he meant. But this whole, it's from the heart, it's this, it's that. Who knows? I mean, I've seen a few comments for Simon Jordan on TalkSport, and he's like, oh, this is what Russell Martin does, guys. This is what Russell Martin does. And yeah, maybe it is. I'm not 100% sure, because I didn't really, I didn't listen to the guy's interviews at Swansea, MK Dons and Southampton. I didn't listen to it. I know some people are like, oh, listen to his interview he did on Monday Night Football and all that stuff. But either or, let's just hope he changes the team for the night and we can get a good result. So yeah, leave it down below. What's your thoughts on the matter here? Do you think it came from a place of love? Do you think it came from a place of, that's a final goodbye, that I've had enough of these players? We'll have to wait and see, because see this whole, it came from a place of love and we want these players to do better. See the players he's on about? It's like a cancerous core at this club that they're never going to be good for us consistently and get us over the line and win trophies. That's the fact of the matter is this, man. They might turn up in certain games, but they're going to turn up consistently and win trophies? No, they're not going to. So see this, it came from a place of love, Pish. It needs wrapped on the head for me, because the reality is the players he's on about, they're unsavable. They will never amount to anything. They won't. That's that. They just don't have the right attitude. They don't. Some of them don't have the right attitude, and some of them are just simply not good enough. So it's time to cut our losses with most of them guys and get rid of them. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below, and peace.